the Show Up Fitness certified personal trainer we offer. So, the 4 things that we need to look at when it comes to programming for a client. Number 1, in no particular order as well, individuality, specificity, variation, and overload. Howdy, y'all. It's your favorite trainer with a belt buckle outside of our West Hollywood location. We're going to do a little walk and talk around the block, addressing most trainers' biggest concern when it comes to being successful, and that is programming. So the average trainer is not taught how to program because they read a textbook. 90% of certified trainers who read a textbook go on to fail within the first year. Not when you go through an internship and do something like that. So the CCA that we teach at Show Up Fitness, we're online, in person. Next internship begins here in West Hollywood, January 16th. Like I said, we're always online. You get to ask questions to professionals. We do case examples daily. We answer your questions to help your clients. So when you do a CCA, it's a core movement pattern, and an accessory. Typically for an hour, you do a full body workout. We teach you how to do 4 days, 5 days, and 6 days as well, but most of your clients are going to be doing 2 to 3 days per week, on average 10 sessions per week. So when you do a CCA, look at the specificity. If you have a girl that comes in, typically, what do they want? A big old booty, small waist, flat tummy, toned arms. That's the vocabulary that they're going to use. We don't need to correct them. You're not going to tone. We get all spicy today with our correct biological terminology when it comes to toning and lengthening. Whatever. That's how my clients speak. I'll speak the same way. So if she wants a big ass, I'm going to program first core movement pattern that's going to specifically address that goal. A hinge, a squat, or a unilateral. You choose what's best for the client and what you're the best at teaching as well. And that's the individuality aspect. So if your client has never done any type of unilateral exercises like a loaded reverse lunge with barbell or dumbbell, I'm not going to have them do that first. I'm going to do a step up. The glute activation on a step up is nuts. It's a great exercise. The majority of my beginning clients, I do step ups. I do not do lunges. I think they're overrated for beginners, and you can usually tell a shitty coach because they have everyone in the world doing walking lunges. Let's do some step ups. For a hinge pattern, I'll typically do a hip thrust. For a squat pattern, I'll do a back squat or a goblet, depending on the individual. If they have a history of certain exercises they do not like, every time I back squat, my low back hurts. Okay, well, it could be because, and more than likely, you don't know how to squat. So let's do a hip scour test and assessment. Let's see how your hip socket moves, address movement from that regard, and then apply something that's specific and appropriate for them. Alrighty, so then we get into overload. For beginners, 10 to 15 reps. For dudes, I keep it closer to 10. For females, they have better endurance, more type 1 muscle fibers typically, and they're used to doing more circuit training. So I'll get closer to 15, 12, 10. For dudes, a lot of times I'll do, switch it on up here, I'll do 12, 10, 10. Every set increasing the load. So let's say look at the specificity for a guy when he comes in. I'm going to do more pushing first, followed by a pull into an accessory. An accessory would be like an ab exercise. Maybe it's an arm exercise. You choose. A lot of times I'll ask my clients, what's your goal? You want giant cannons like me? Let's do some bicep curls in a way you've never done them before. Get engaged, show the value. So the first CCA, you make it specific to the individual. Core movement pattern, lower body specific for girls, upper body for guys. Then for the guy, I'll do an antagonistic exercise. So if I'm pushing, I'll pull. For a girl, what I'll do is I'll do a body weight, upper body or lower body. Upper body, push or pull. So we have a girl, big booty, step ups first, push-ups, abs. For a guy, bench press, cable row, into bicep curls. 3 rounds, go to the next core accessory. So for a girl, I've hit the unilateral, let's do a squat. If I did a push the first one, I'll do a pull. Let's do an ab exercise or an isolation. The accessory can be anything that the client wants prehab, rehab, ab exercises. It could be cardio. I do not put cardio in the first CCA. The reason being it's going to compromise force production. If you're a smart trainer and you've gone through the Show Up Fitness CPT, you know that tension is the #1 driver for hypertrophy. We need more STDs, stress, tension, damage, with tension being #1, stress and damage being the second and third. So we do not want to compromise tension on that first circuit. If you want to incorporate cardio in the second or third circuit, that is fine if the client wants to. I'm just a big advocate of getting your steps in like this. No need to do cardio. So then for the dude, I'll do another push exercise, because most guys want a block chest, big arms, shoulders, boulders, shoulders, whatever the hell it is, in a 6-pack. So then I'll do an incline press, I'll do maybe some chin-ups, and I'll do a tricep exercise. So we did biceps on the first one, this time we'll do triceps. And so for the girl, squat, push or pull, whichever one you didn't do, and then do an isolation leg exercise, maybe some trainer engaged abductions, where I'm pushing down on their knee, challenging the eccentric of an isolated abduction of the hip. Third round, here we go. What we're gonna do, hinge pattern, maybe a hip thrust. Look at all those doves, whoa! We'll do a hip thrust into like a rotating T, into a wall sit. Make it a game, have fun with it. That last circuit is when I will throw in some cardio. You can even do like a CAA or a CCAA, depending on the condition of the individual. That's when you can have fun. Gamification, do it with them. We're gonna do a hip thrust, and then we're gonna do a wall sit. And while you're doing a wall sit, I'm doing a plank as the trainer, and then we switch, and people see like, wow, that trainer's working out with his client. They're having fun, they're smiling, but it's challenging. That's the stuff that gets them to keep coming back. Sure, squats and hinges and unilateral stuff can be boring, but the whole workout doesn't need to be. Use your creativity. For the dude, I usually do legs in the last circuit. So we'll do step ups or goblet, throw in some bicep curls. I'll do a farmer's walk a lot of times. So I'll do like a shoulder leg exercise into a landmine press into a farmer's. Some people say a farmer's carry is like a core movement pattern. We put it under transitional. For guys, I'll do farmers and suitcase. Girls, I typically don't, because it puts a lot of stress on the traps. Girls lose their shit when their traps are sore the next day. Same with quads. So I try to eliminate too much on those muscles. So when you look at the whole workout, CCA, you could take that first circuit and you can move it to the second or third one. If the gym is packed, that makes your life so much easier, because you don't freak out. Oh, what do I do? If something's packed on that first one, go to the second one. And you can just plug and play the whole entire workout. Now, the next time they come in, how you doing? You're there on time. You show up early, you leave late. You're taking advantage of any opportunity you're given in the gym, and you're dominating that shit. You're the best trainer around. It gets a little loud right here. Bear with me. We're almost done. Take the opportunity to help the person in front of you. And now, next time they come in, we do pretty much the same workout. Take the 2, move it to the 1. Take the 3, move it to the 2, move the 1 to the 3rd. I will move that second core with another exercise. So first week, first exercise, first day, I did a squat, a push, ab. The second day, when they come in, I'll change that push and put a pull, and we'll do a unilateral. So we do the same exercises. The accessory is what I change up. So that's the variation. We're always overloading. I don't typically go heavier than 10 reps that first week, that first month, because we need to strengthen our ligaments and tendons. So 10 to 15 reps, get them used to the movement. That's the movement competency. Then you start increasing the volume, frequency, intensity. At the end of month 1, I get my clients training 4 times. You got some great results from training full body 3 times a week. Imagine how the results are going to come if you train 4 times upper, lower. And then we'll work into a 5-day split. Full upper, lower, upper, lower, upper, lower, upper, lower, upper, lower. Throw in a full body if you want to. Ideally, we want to hit each muscle group twice per week. 10 minutes on how to program. That's a walk around our West Hollywood location. Perfect timing. here on Sunset. If you want to become a successful personal trainer, Show Up Fitness CPT, best certification in the industry, hands down. We have a money back guarantee. If you have another cert and you go through ours, you will learn more comparative to any certification out there. Let us know what you think of this video. If you have any questions, shoot us a message. Remember, we're online, in person. We have weekend seminars. The most important thing you gotta do is show up.